If you don't have discipline, this method is for you. Because you don't need discipline, you just need what I'm going to tell you here today. Now, you don't lack discipline, you just haven't been taught how to build it. Let's see. For years, I thought I needed to be a machine of discipline to improve my life. When I failed one day, I felt like I lost something important because I lacked discipline and blamed myself a lot. But I discovered something very simple. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to measure what you do. Grab a notebook and pencil now. Skip the apps, spreadsheets, and Notion. Just use paper and stay consistent. Make a list of the habits you want to build, and every night before you go to sleep, mark whether you did it or not. But here's the secret few people tell you. Don't try to change too many things at once. Choose just 3 or 4 habits and make them ridiculously small. For example, read 2 pages, meditate for 1 minute, reflect 5 times, and list 3 things you're grateful for each day. Your ego says it's useless or too little, but your brain says you can do it. That's when the magic starts. When you keep small commitments to yourself, your mind starts to trust you again. That accumulated trust turns into natural discipline. Then, every night, give yourself a small rating from 1 to 7 on how you did. Not to punish yourself, but to observe yourself. Promise yourself, never fail 2 times in a row. If you skip meditation one day, do it the next, even for just 30 seconds. What's important isn't perfection, it's coming back. Measuring yourself and self-judgment and removes doubts about doing things right or wrong. No, because you have real evidence. You've written down everything you've done each day of your growth. And when you see that notebook full of little marks, you realize something powerful. Yes, you have discipline. You just needed a different way to use it. Discipline doesn't come from effort, it comes from self-love. Every small habit you keep is a promise you make and keep to yourself. Tell me in the comments, what's that small habit you're going to start today? I have to confess a personal secret to you. Since I started writing down everything I do at the gym, what machine I use, how much weight I lift, how many repetitions, I have to confess a personal secret to you. Every time I go, I'm improving a lot at the gym, and almost every time I'm able to increase the weight I lift, the weight I move. And I'm making a lot more progress. Just by grabbing a notebook and writing down what you do. So grab a notebook and write things down. You'll notice you blame and punish yourself less and make more progress. And what can't be measured can't be improved. Tips that give you more discipline. Let's see. If I told you that discipline isn't a talent but a muscle you can train, would you believe me? Just as you build arm strength with weights, you can strengthen your mind with decisions and specific actions I'll explain now. It all started in the 70s with a very curious experiment called the marshmallow test. A group of children were given a marshmallow, a sweet, a candy, and they were told, if you wait 10 minutes without eating it, we'll give you another one. Most of them couldn't resist, but those who did turned out to be much more successful years later, with better health, more emotional stability, and more self-control. What changed? Their ability to delay gratification. This is discipline's foundation. Choosing what gives you lasting results over what gives you pleasure right now, immediately. Delaying pleasure. And here's something fascinating. Decades later, science confirmed that this ability depends on an area of the brain called the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for self-control. It's also responsible for attention and conscious decision making. And the best part is that it can be trained. How can it be trained? With small daily victories. Each time you get up when the alarm rings, boom, that's a daily victory. Don't say 5 more minutes, just get up. Daily victory. Whenever you choose not to check your phone while working, boom, daily win. You train your prefrontal cortex. Each time you choose stairs over the elevator, you boost your neural discipline. It may seem minor, but every right choice is a signal your brain registers as I'm in control, and your brain really likes that. And so day after day, your self-control gets stronger. You stop acting on impulse and start living with purpose. Discipline is about consistency, not perfection. It's not about pushing yourself harder, but reminding yourself daily who you want to be. Begin with small steps. Every time you choose what you know will be good for you, even if it's hard, you're shaping your character. And when that becomes a habit, you no longer need motivation because discipline becomes your nature. Tell me in the comments, for example, in what area of your life would you like to be more disciplined? One last fact is that it's not a lack of discipline, It's your biology in defense mode. Your biology is not on your side in this case. Has it ever happened that you start improving your life, saving money, eating better, or beginning a project? Do you ever feel sabotaged inside just as things start going well? Why? You ask why. It's not laziness or lack of discipline. It's biology in threat mode. When your nervous system detects danger, it activates an automatic defense protocol. And the curious thing is that it doesn't just activate in the face of real danger, it also activates when there's a positive change that your body interprets as a risk. At that moment, your amygdala takes control. What does it do? It sends out a warning signal. Something unknown is happening. Your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. That connection between the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the adrenal glands releases cortisol and adrenaline, the stress hormones. At that moment, your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for analyzing, planning, and decision-making, partially shuts down. It's as if the autopilot takes over, and in that mode, the body is only looking for one thing: to go back to what's familiar, to what's safe, to what's reliable, even if what's familiar is what holds you back. In 2013, Princeton University demonstrated this effect with a striking experiment. One group of people was asked to imagine a small, manageable expense, and another group was asked to imagine a very large expense. Very stressful. The result? Those who imagined the large expense performed 13% worse in reasoning and memory. That's the same effect as not sleeping for an entire night. They weren't less intelligent. Simply their brain was operating in threat mode. So next time you feel like you freeze up when you're growing, remember this. It's not that you can't, it's that your body doesn't feel safe. Your job isn't to push yourself harder, but to regulate your nervous system. So you'll need to take deep breaths, make conscious pauses, move, go for a walk, feel your body. When your system senses safety, your mind turns back on, relaxes, and you can move forward. And discipline comes back on its own. You don't need more willpower, just more inner calm. Tell me in the comments, for example, what do you do when you feel like you're sabotaging yourself? Also write down here in the comments, I want calm.